Questions tonight about how a Memphis Shelby County student was checked out of school by someone pretending to be her brother. And what happened next now has sheriff's deputies involved. Tonight, the man deputies say checked that student out of school has been charged with statutory rape.
Fox 13 Sierra Jordan joins us live in front of Kirby High School. Sierra, so exactly how did this all happen?
Well, Darcy, Shelby County deputies say the 23-year-old suspect and 16-year-old victim met on a dating app called Plenty of Fish. The suspect then told deputies that they were only meeting to have a conversation and claimed he did not know she was underage.
To have a conversation, but you end up with your pants down. Is that the new definition of conversation?
Just after 1 p.m. Monday at Kirby High School, Shelby County deputies say a 16-year-old girl was checked out by a 23-year-old man. According to the affidavit, he pretended to be her older brother and used a fake name. The man was actually 23-year-old Kevin Van Talley Jr.
This is a red flag for school safety. If the district wants to build trust with the community, you failing. That's a big fail.
Danisha Fields is a former front desk school administrator for a charter school. She says this should have never happened. Deputies say Talley Jr. drove the teen to an unknown location near her home where she performed a sexual act on him. Moments later, records show he drove to the Walgreens at Winchester and Riverdale, refused to pay $60 he promised her, and tried to leave her there. The teen jumped back into his car before he drove off. Then he dropped her back to the high school.
You can't get around the fact that you came to a high school to solicit an underage child for a sex act that you didn't.
The affidavit states deputies were flagged down by the victim during school dismissal. They say the suspect told police they were meeting to only have a conversation and was not aware of the victim's age.
Because somewhere she sees that this is okay. So that makes you wonder if this a mindset thing, is this is what she's been conditioned to believe, to use your body to get money. We as a community, we have work to do.
As for how they met, the affidavit says the dating app called Plenty of Fish. We checked the site's guidelines that state users must be 18 or older. Underage accounts are removed and banned.
How was this child, underage child, able to create a profile on an app? What are these social apps doing about preventing underage children getting on these apps to get trapped in these types of situations?
I reached out to MSCS for a statement on how something like this could happen, but we are still waiting to hear back. Now, Talley Jr. is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow morning. Now, coming up at 10, more on school safety concerns. Daryl, Darcy.
That is Fox 13 Sierra Jordan reporting live. Thank you so much, Sierra.
20-something-year-old man in Memphis was able to check out a 16-year-old girl from a high school here in Memphis, claiming to be her older brother, when he actually checked her out of high school so she could solicit services, although she is a minor, so this is most definitely a crime. This is one of the screenshots from the news, but he is accused of picking her up from Kirby High School in Memphis and then pretended to be her brother. The school supposedly maybe did not ID him because he actually submitted a fake name. He submitted what I'm assuming is a name who was on her pickup list in Power School, because that is what Memphis used. This is what reportedly happened afterwards. They engaged in the services, and I don't even like using that word for a teenager, but they engaged in some acts. She is saying that he refused to pay her, and then he was like, well, I guess I'll drop her back off at the high school. She's saying that she met him on Plenty of Fish, which you do have to be 18 to be on. I don't know how they verify, so I don't know if she said she was 18, if she used a different I don't know how that works. But there are some questions that come out of this. How was he able to check her out of school? The high school that I worked at with MSCS, our front office secretary was very strict, and you had to show ID, you had to be on the list. You couldn't just pick up random people. So this calls into question, how was this person able to check her out of school and access this child? How was she able to access her phone? How was she able to set this up with this person when there is a cell phone ban in Tennessee? How was she able to get on Plenty of Fish and have a dating profile when she is very much under the age of 18? This child was very obviously failed in multiple different areas, and it led to this. 20-something-year-old man in Memphis